And now to the home of the first evening race in Formula One history. We're back with the next round of the 2015 Formula One season, the final race in Abu Dhabi, with the favourites to win the championship leaving today being Sebastian Ocampo and Grigorov.
The Abu circuit with the usual 3-sector configuration on this anti-clockwise circuit. We'll see 2 DRS zones plus the speed trap in the rundown at turn 6, and this circuit has 16 corners of thrilling, entertaining action, with turn 5 being a pretty good corner to make a little lunge on, if you have the confidence. I'm sure many drivers will in this Grand Prix, as we also see turn 9 be a pretty good overtaking opportunity as well. Also another good turn for a lunge. This can provide some really good action, and this is it. The smoothened out section under the hotel of 12 to 14 is also a pretty satisfying area, an area where contact can happen quite a bit on the circuit. That is it for the A.G.E Arena circuit. And also the fast lap here in practice set by Grigorov. He was Latvia. Enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed that lap. Let's roll the intro. Here is time for today's race. It's Fernandez B22, number segment, Fashion Tan, Livery, Ahmed, Rafael Ferrari, MP4, Jack Carter, Daniel Boksarov, Malika Manjic, Milos Mika, and Sierra. Then we've got Van Horn, UK Ball, Revo, Ida Babness, Blazer Draftonic, J.E. Venter, Ivan Grigorov, Crumpley, Zane and Ocampo, who's on pole position for today's race. It's 5 red lights to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we got a good start from Ocampo off the front row. And that was a dream getaway for the Filipino driver. Perfect start for him as he leads as we head around turn 3 through 4 to the lunging corner of turn 5. He goes him to P3, can't quite send it, his teammate overtakes him, dropping down to P4, now down to P6. After being overtaken by Adam Bablis, this will be short-lived, but Grigorov will get ahead. All of Adam Bablis and potentially Crumpley too, who can't defend his position, but the Reynolds would work together anyways because they've got the constructors to win and the driver's title to win. So they have got a pretty big priority here in A.G.E Arena.
Now, looking back to the race start then, and Look at Sebastian Ocampo off the line. It was a rocket ship at the start.
Come on, guys, we need to push. And that there was a year of time the team 9 needs to push, which is pretty true. Because I stand Ocampo would win the championship by him being in first and Grigorov being in third or lower, even if Grigorov on the fast lap. As long as Ocampo wins, he needs to finish P2. Otherwise, championship chances are gone. And yeah, especially with him being a potential blockade on the mediums, we were just on board there for a split second. Yeah, Bledger's is just ahead of Grigorov, also on the soft, and Crumley can be a bit of a blockade for cars behind, which will be benefiting Grigorov. However, Zayn being in P2 on mediums is still not ideal for Grigorov, and he needs to push if he wants to win this World Championship. As we see the Magic fighting with his teammate, as also Declan Van Horn and Ferrari. As Ferrari has an opportunity to get behind the Magic, hold alongside to get Declan Van Horn, blocks off Ferrari in the process, but also loses speed. And what a send! That was an absolute send! An incredible one. Absolutely fantastic move right there from the Serbian driver. Ocampo's still leading, but now like 0.8 of a second. Now it's a second, a full second for the Filipino driver. That's an incredible feat. So early on in the race, it's going good for him. Let's see how the rest of the race pans out. And so yeah, now Andric running in P10. It's good position for the Serbian driver, but he has got their teammate behind them. But Babylon's in P9, P8 actually. They go down the inside of UK ball, and that is P7 for the Romanian. And the move is done on UK ball, and UK ball successfully drops to P8. Don't know how it's a success, but just mark my words, it is. And Grigorov is just passed by Zayn. Zayn now in P3 of the Grand Prix. Actually, Bledger's like getting ahead of Zayn, so now Grigorov is looking for an opportunity to get ahead. He's going to try and take that opportunity wisely as he goes down towards turn line right now. Vashti and Tan fighting Tan belly, causing a collision, which is going to affect his race. Not good for him, as Audi needs some points in this championship. As it stands, they are going to stay in P9, as none of their rivals scoring points at the moment anyways. So that is a huge positive to them, and also definitely a huge relief. Cabo is still leading on the lap 4 by less than a second, now a second on the readings. We will soon see what the actual gaps are in the run down to turn 5. As we're looking into Zayn, who is just ahead of Grigorov with the DRS, as he's hit the steps for the right time, and it was a lunge into turn 5, just like what was mentioned in the track guide. I mentioned how turn 5 is a good place to do a little lunge, and Grigorov has done exactly that. The Ocampo has kept lead this whole race, and that is really strong. That's exact performances we need to be seeing out of the Dragon driver if he wants to secure the championship this Grand Prix. Then he needs to keep this up. If he keeps his pace up throughout the whole race, then that'll be really good. The championship is on the line after all, so yeah, he will definitely try. And as we watch J Venter on the 12-14 complex smooth section, like I said in the race introduction, it's an area where contact can happen, but there's no one around, so no contact will happen. The mediums though on his car are doing pretty well, and P5 solid. As Bledger goes fast up the race, is not far behind Ocampo in DRS range for a second there. Now 1.1 behind, gonna have to defend from Grigorov, because as it stands, Ocampo would win, but if Grigorov got ahead, then it'd be completely flipped. Ocampo would not have enough points, and he would miss out by only a couple points in this Drivers' World Championship, so he has to defend, otherwise he's risking his teammates' entire chances here. Gorov is just behind. Villager is looking now within the DRS range, and he will take that DRS for himself. And that is not the sort of exit out of turn 7 for Cabo that he would have wanted. After all, but Gorov does back out, and that is a relief. But now the Dragons are going to be starting to fight again, unless it is a fake fight. We can't tell. Zane gets through to P3 for a moment. Gorov and Zane are fighting after all, so they're going to have to be careful. But Gorov knows that if he DNFs, it's going to be a pretty high chance that he loses the championship, so he pulls into the pits. And he's going to get a stop in, while also holding up a cowboy, I'm sure. He gets a good stop, that's exactly what Renault need, and medium tight speed, Randy medium should really help him in the Grand Prix. Let's just see how they go for him as he leaves pit lane. That is P18. Zane is in P2 now, with no worries at the moment. Says they've got a Constructor Championship on the line as well. Their most likely position this race, probably P3, but P2 is also highly possible. We just have to wait and see what happens. Sierra's in P20 right now, on the run down turn 5 to the lunging corner. It's a nice corner anyways. And I think that is a comfortable lead over Mika, as you came on the warn soft's going to have to go into the pits to get them tyres changed and get some fresh pairs on. If he can do that, that'll be absolutely perfect for him. So yeah, pit stop will be coming in soon for the British driver, and he's just following behind a Williams, Jack Carter, who's consistently scored points this season for Williams, which has absolutely saved their season. But they are really close. It's actually Cabo and Armada who are really close, as players like Venta and Magic all in the pit lane. And this gaggle of cars is not going to do Cabo any good. He's went for the undercut, and he's just getting held up. Now Zane leads this Grand Prix. He'll be pitting soon because the tyres are wearing. Of course, one tyres are really bad. We all know this. It is common knowledge, but just like in P10 and Cabo's in P8. Now luckily for Cabo, he has no penalties. We're going to send it down the inside. Hopefully the Transonics to get P10. That means it'll be a 1-2 for Cabo and Gorov. But Gorov, oh, you've been absolutely done. You've been done by Medias, who gets a double overtake, which has really saved his teammate in this Grand Prix. But could this race go down to strategy, or could it just go down to the very end and the wire? I guess we'll have to find out.
Now, let's take a look at this then. So we're on board with B Dragon Sonic. There goes Grigorov down the inside, but then he will come up alongside you. There, that's the Faraday Future Dragon car of B Dragon Sonic once again, making up 2 positions on the straight.
Zane's going on soft, and Bama should be going on the soft as well. And there's just so many cars there down the soft and straight. Zane's going to exit the pit lane in P9. Or is it going to be P9? Because now teammates are right on the inside. He gets the move done, and that was an incredible overtake. Absolutely amazing that. This company now leads on the hard compound tyres. Them hards aren't even going to be able to make. Them hards are going to be able to make half race distance, which is a certified 2-stop strategy. No 1 stops will be possible here. It is a 1 stop that can't happen. A 2-stop will. A 3-stop could. It depends how you play the tyre strategy. If you've got a bad tyre strategy, then that's not good. You're on for a 3-stop, which is going to be very bad for you. But if you can go for a 2-stop and you've planned your tyres out correctly, then you'll be perfectly fine. Zane is now attacking Venta and M4. Could going to get the move on M4 soon. I think M4 has to pit still. I'm sure he does, as Rival's into the pit lane. to get rid of them horrible old worn mediums. The mediums there are not good. Jack Carr is also into the pit lane, as well as M4. I was right, M4 has to pit, and yeah, he's in the pit. Come on, team! Where is the pace this race? And from that, Ravo really not happy with the pace, especially with that 5-second time penalty. Really unfortunate for him. And yeah, that's not at all what he would have wanted right now. Bama said last sector 1, 14.233. Pretty fast, but I'm sure he can get to 13s at some point towards the end of this Grand Prix. We're not even a half race distance, so that's what I'm going to say. As it is currently lap 9 out of 20. Once we finish lap 10, we'll be halfway through that. Probably not even losing much time to the people behind. So that's some surprisingly good pace on the hard tyres. But we're just going to have to see how the rest of his thing goes. Will he be caught up to or not? I think he will, because now that gap is really coming down. And yeah, could this race potentially go our way? It is possible. He's in P4 right now, and everyone's catching up to a Campo and Crumplin's in the pits. So yeah, as it stands, Igorov will not win, but since everyone's catching up to a Campo, there could be a good chance Igorov could get ahead of either Legend Sonic or a Campo. Like I said, it would be interesting because Crumpling out of the pits in P10, and then Bogsarov exiting the pits. He just went to P20, now he's in dead last in P22. Close to Williams, had some good pace this season, but also some bad pace. It's very mixed with the Williams, that's what I'm going to say. And now Legend Sonic is right in DRS. He now activates that DRS and is approaching a high speed. And we just had a look there, one of the Red Bulls, I think it was Fernandez, as a couple managed to keep his P1, which is incredible, insanely surprising as well, considering Legend Sonic has a much better tyre right now. He has much better tyres. Currently sets fast to 2, as we're looking with Zayn right now, who is just behind Grigorov, and this is really bad for the Bulgarian driver, who is under threat. And what a move! That was an incredible move into the final corner for Zayn. Turn 16, incredible! Wow, I did not expect that. And now Legend Sonic right on the back of Sebastian Campo in the DRS section, and he sends it into turn 5. It's a lunge. The lunge that decides the move. The lunge that has decided the current race leader, who's now walling away, and the gap is increasing really quickly. I'm speechless. I've lost words. As Campo just gets his DRS back, only activates it now though, because that is when he's allowed to, and the gap is just increasing anyways. And that has not went well for him unless Dragon have a strategy in play. I don't understand how Campbell's going to get this race lead back. If he does, props to him, because it's going to be a difficult task. As now he'll face the pressure of Zayn, who is behind him, and will start to catch. But Campbell goes into the pits. It is an undercut strategy, and he's going on to softs. Them softs won't be making it to the end. He's gonna have to do another stop. Is he going for an aggressive 3-stop strategy in the final race of the season to gamble it out? Dragon P2 in the constructors as it stands, and this is not what they need. They don't have to gamble. They could have kept it safe. Could have just kept a safe strategy, but they're gambling because they're going for jackpot. But will he even receive that jackpot? Unsure. Van Horn's in P12, just behind Cable. I think both of them are on one time. Bogsarov making a place in P21 as Zygmunt has pit for some fresh medium rubber. See, you could have just seen him before exiting the pit lane as we watched the Ferrari for a second. Legend Sonic leading this Grand Prix. The perfect race for him at the moment. 4 seconds ahead of Zayn in the Mercedes. who has gotten quite a few wins this season. I think it's 3 wins now? Something like that, I'm really unsure. But nonetheless, Zayn has gotten a lot of Grand Prix victories this season. Just finding it out, Campbell by a second time penalty for causing collision, and that was with Sierra by the looks of it. He's hit him, and now he's paid the price, and he has a penalty. Oh my goodness, Vetter's in the pits for the second stop, coming out on mediums in P13, as Grigorov's at the P3. As it stands, Grigorov will win the championship. He needs to make another stop because them tyres are worn. It is the same for the other people in that top 3. It'll be the same for most people on this grid. Remember, a few people on this grid have ended up pitting already for their final stops, and Campbell not one of them. And Grumbly with the DRS will get past his teammate Alvin Grigorov to take P3. Not what Grigorov needs, but for Campbell's 5-second time penalty, Grigorov doesn't have to be as quick. He can take it a bit more relaxed. He knows there's not as much pressure anymore, but Campbell will be determined to get ahead, pull 5 seconds away, but it's going to be hard. There's a huge gap in the cars. Fernandez could make a move on the outside of turn 9, switches around to the inside of Ashley Tan, who defends the place and keeps it. As Zayn pits as well as Blizzard, Sonic, and Grigorov, and even Anabalis. It is chaos in that pit lane. Ravo, who was complaining of no pace earlier, was a 5-second time running at P2, will have to make one more stop because the tyres are worn. As we watch Ocampo, who's in P3, and he's around 5 seconds ahead of his teammate, but there's no way he can make it to the end. The tyres will be too worn out by the time it comes to the end of the race, the final stints. So, unlucky for Ocampo, good strategy, potentially remove his hopes of the Drivers' World Championship. Don't know, it's going to be a crazy one though, and this is probably going to be one of the best finales we've ever seen. I'd say the best one we've had so far is either 2011 or 2014. 2014 was also a good one. As we watch Grigorov, who's trying to cut through the traffic, Sierra being part of that. You can see right there as Crumpy starts the 15th lap of the race. Ravo into the pit lane, soft tyres that could be, as the Campbell's in the P2. As it stands, would he win the championship? Yes, he would. But of course, Grigorov has some more traffic to get by. And has medium tyres for Ravo. Blender outside the P3. It's looking good for Dragon. I don't know what the constructors would be like at the moment, so pretty unsure about that. Mika's into the pit lane, Ferrari's in, Vashitan's in, so many drivers coming into the pit lane as of now. Let's just see how the race ends in the final 5.5 laps. And at least we can say Billy John Sonic is having a good race in P3 right now, which should turn to P2 once Crumbly pits, and P1 by the end of the race, if it goes how it is at the moment. Now Crumbly is leading. He is on softs, but he's going to need to make another stop because of what he pitted. And that stop is now. Crumbly's into the pit lane. And that will be his final stop in Grand Prix unless a puncture happens. It is going to be the medium tyre for the Hungarian driver as Ocampo takes the race lead. But for the 5-second time penalty, he would drop below Blazer Jack Sonic, who is leading this Grand Prix. We're on lap 16. 5 laps left now in the Grand Prix. And this is the dying singers of the championship. And Grigorov is in a pretty bad position. But it's Formula 1. Who knows what could happen? Grigorov could have some incredible luck out of nowhere. And yeah, it could swing the championship in his direction. He's been searching for a championship for so long. He's failed so many times. Ocampo, in his rookie season, has a chance to get this Drivers' World Championship. I feel like right now Grigorov might have the advantage. Because Ocampo's fighting top early will reduce some positions, and now Blader Dragsonic is just behind. It'll be a matter of time for Zane gets into 5 seconds, which means theoretically Grigorov should win the championship as it stands, which is absolutely crazy. As Ocampo rounds the penultimate corner, and what's it going to be? He's taking a different line into the pit lane. Sebastian Ocampo in the pits for medium tyres, and this could be championship over for the Dragon driver. Have they made a mistake, or is this required for them to finish the race? We don't know as of now, but that is hugely benefiting Grigorov, who's in an incredible position of P3 right now. That's Ocampo leaving the pit lane, and it is P8. He's leaving the pits in PA. And what's this on the team radio? Why do we have to pit? Why do we have to pit? That's my championship over. Why do we have to pit? And oh dearie me, that is not a happy Ocampo. He's really unhappy with that. And oh damn, that is so unfortunate for the Filipino driver, but it was really needed. As Ida Bablis P6. Incredible stuff from Dacia, since they just had a horrible second half to the season. They need more results like this. But as we go into the season 8, 2016, who knows what the grid's going to look like. As Ravo is in P7, 5 second time penalty because he was complaining of the pace, which Dacia seem to have absolutely none of. Grigorov, P3 for him right now, as Blader Dragon Sonic leads with just over 2 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It is a good result for Dragon, but I think Renault currently have the upper hand in the Constructors' Championship. So it's not at all what Dragon would have wanted. They should have revised their strategies a lot better, because what they've got right now for their strategy is clearly not working. Because it's led Ocampo to be the one who had the worst experience in the team this race. He wouldn't have wanted that as much. Blader Dragon Sonic, our race leader, then Zane and Grigorov. The podium looking pretty nice right now. But if Zane gonna win this race, then he could become the person with the most race wins this season, tied with Ocampo on 4 race wins. Like, wow, that would be incredible. But what's Blader Dragon Sonic gonna do? Because them tyres are worn, but can he take them to the end or not? We'll have to see, because this is the time where some people will make their very final decisions. And he's taking the inside line into the pit lane, and that will hand the race lead over to Zane, unless he pits. Same thing for Grigorov, who stays out. Zane now leads, and if he can hold on, he can look for a 4th win of the season for Mercedes. And this looks to be Mercedes getting P2 in the Constructors, which hugely affects Dragon, who are going to get less prize money unless they can make up more places. And Ocampo is not even out that far ahead of Blader Dragon Sonic. He's out only 3 seconds ahead of him, as Ocampo sends it on Ravo, and that is a place gained. But the 5 second time is really going to affect him. Zane is a P1, Grigorov's P2. So yeah, if Grigorov doesn't hit this lap, and everyone else ahead of Ocampo, Grigorov's going to be world champion. As long as Grigorov finishes the Grand Prix, he has a hand and a half on that trophy. Not even a hand, not quite 2 hands, so it's 1.5 hands he has. The tyres though, very worn. Will there be a possibility for Grigorov to pit? As Zane will lead us on the final lap of this race as he refuses to pit. Same thing for Grigorov. And now we've got team radio from Grigorov as well. Last lap, you can do this, So the team are telling him that it is the last lap, which it is. It is the last lap. All he needs to do is just keep it calm. And then he will finally become a world champion for the first time ever. As Cropley is behind, storming with the DRS. On what seemed to be a better strategy, the hard, soft medium has worked out in his favour as he sends it down the inside of his teammate in towards turn 6, through 7, and eventually to the kink of 8. Grigorov will get the DRS, but it's going to be ineffective as Cropley will secure that P2. Wow, I'm just so surprised about this. But 1 more sector to go. And then a new champion will be crowned. Blade Johnson set the fast sector to the Grand Prix. But Zane has done it all. He's had the best strategy on the grid today. Round below the corner to the final corner. On the very one medium, Zane will cross the line to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And that was an incredible victory. Cropley V2, but most importantly, Grigorov wins the race. And that is a world championship win for him as a Campos P4. That will be short-lived. Legends like set the fastest lap of the race. And we have got some team radio from Grigorov. Let's listen to it. Ivo, you're a world champion. You are a world champion. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! Oh my, that's one happy Ivo Grigorov as he's won the world championship. Mika will finish in P16, Sigmund will finish P21, and Livery will end up finishing P22 after this exciting Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Oh my, we're gonna have to do it now. Let's go on to the podium celebrations as it is Zane picking up yet another win in this season. It is Cropley who takes home second place for Hungary and Renault, and Grigorov, a world champion. Let's listen to the Malaysian national anthem. And now let's listen to the Bulgarian national anthem for our championship winner, Ivo Grigorov. And after that race, it was Zane who won. Then we had Crumbly, Gorov, Fabulous, Blair, Dragon Sonic, Sebastian Campo, Ravo, JD Venta, UK World, Jack Carter, P. Sierra, Milligan Magic, Dad Boxarov, Man Speaker, Rafael Ferrari, Carlos Fernandez, M4, Van Horn, Ahmed, Rashid Tan, Zygmunt, and then we had Livery.
And that amazing race in Abu Dhabi marks the end of our 2015 season. So join us in 2016 in Melbourne when the Formula One Classic Series returns.